Yo, it's Crow, and I haven't really done too much on the Rings of Power because everybody knows it is going to be a train wreck, right? Everybody understands that at this point. You know, when you get those trailers, when you get that, God, what was it, the Entertainment Weekly spotlight? It was, man. But what's more frustrating and what's more understandable is like you have the showrunners who came out talking about how they were going to respect Tolkien, respect the universe, you know, give people Tolkien, right? I mean, that was their big fucking pitch with this show. And then you saw the casting, and it's like, whoa, hold on, hold on. And the excuses for it were, well, you see, Tolkien is a little outdated, and we think we can do better. And it's like, okay, we knew it was going to happen, right? And so let's say you forgive the fact that the casting choices and the Black Dwarf and everything and all of that. You say like, whatever, where it doesn't, you know, whatever. I'm going to just completely ignore all of that, right? And maybe you can, okay? Like maybe you can, but then you have shit like this on top of it, right? I'm not even going into the terrible acting or that fucking action clip that got leaked. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about literally ignoring what Tolkien said and shoving hobbits into the Second Age, right? And the excuses and the bullshit and the fucking it just gets frustrating, right? These people, I wouldn't even care about this show as much if they weren't fucking lying about it, like blatantly lying about it, and doing it to fucking Tolkien fans, right? Look, I had this argument with a guy that some people know, and it was like, you know, people don't care about direct adaptations as much as long as the movie's good, and I'm like, no, absolutely not, right? Yes, if the movie's good, sure, right? Like, if the show is good, sure. Tolkien fans are still going to hate it, right? And they're going to hate it because it's not Tolkien's world. It's these assholes jumping in and wearing his work like a skin suit to push forward their own ideas, their own agenda, and openly and blatantly stating that you know, J.R. Tolkien's world, it's outdated. You know, we need more diversity, equity, and inclusion. And it was like, okay, yeah. There's there's a character who an actress described as being an activist, right? And I'm like, I understand that the showrunner said something very different at the start, right? But you have every fucking other individual working on this project essentially coming out and telling you, we're going to fuck up Tolkien's world and you're gonna like it. And it's like, the disrespect is just so fucking apparent, right? And again, that's why I said, like, even if this show is like the most amazing show ever, and we all know it's not gonna be, but let's say it was, it would still never satisfy a Tolkien fan because they literally don't give a shit about what J.R. Tolkien had. They just like the brand. They saw the brand, they bought the brand, they spent all the money on the brand. Why don't you like the new brand? It's like it's like those jokes about like Coca-Cola. They had like new Coca-Cola, and the whole thing is like, oh, it's to get people to want the old formula, and then they release the old stuff. Oh man, maybe that had to do with cocaine. Anyways, it's frustrating to me because like the people on this show are like, I don't understand why people don't like the Lord of the Rings anymore. Why we're presenting you Lord of the Rings? Why don't you like it? And it's like, because it's not Lord of the fucking Rings. It's clearly fucking not. Anyways, let's read through the article. For those of you who don't know, hobbits are not in the Second Age. They appear in the Third Age. J.R. Tolkien is very clear about in his fucking literature. And the showrunners, though, they can't imagine a world, a Lord of the Rings world that doesn't have hobbits in it, because all these motherfuckers did was watch the fucking movies. Let's be real. I mean, let's just be honest. And they know that the people that they're putting this forward to are not Lord of the Rings fans. Like, not real Lord of the Rings fans. They might be like fans of the movie, right? Maybe, but like they're not Tolkien fans. They don't give a shit, right? They don't care about the books. They don't read them. They don't. Like, it doesn't register at all, right? I am like, it pisses me off to like this unimaginable level when you have this like just unabated arrogance from these people, and it never stops, and it's always being shoved in your face. And then when you don't support Brand because Brand's been polluted with their fucking ideas, well, then they sit there and they go like, oh, you just must be a hater. Just ignore him. That's not a real fan. A real fan would suck my dick as long as I wrote Lord of the Rings on it. God damn. I know this is more of a rant video because, again, I have not been covering the Rings of Power shit. But they're trying to justify this bullshit by arguing that, oh, they're not hobbits, they're Harfoots. And that's actually just an ancestor of the Hobbit. And it's like, just shut the fuck up. Right? And actually, I think it says it in here. Well, it's actually technically not a Hobbit story. It's a Harfoot story. And so Tolkien doesn't say anything about Harfoots not having done anything amazing in the Second Age. He sees it as hobbits before the Third Age didn't do anything impressive. So he felt he had the license there to tell a good Harfoot story. Just shove it up your ass. Like literally shove it up your ass. Yeah. Tolkien said like, just think about this logic, right? These fucking Harfoot shit that they're fucking talking about, they're literally fucking hobbits. They look like hobbits. They act like hobbits. They probably live in the fucking Shire like hobbits do. I mean, you know? And it's like, oh, but actually they're the distant ancestors. Shut the fuck up, man. I can't stand the dishonesty from these I just cannot believe how blatant they are when they lie to your fucking face. And then you have some asshole who shows up and goes, well, actually, the showrunner said this, though. It might be okay. Well, you know, didn't you like the visuals? They're going to nail the music. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my fucking goodness. It was really important from us from minute one that what makes Tolkien's tone unique and special is the fucking hobbits, you asshole. It's the special blend of all these cultures and what each of them bring to Middle-earth and what each of them represent, the underdogs and the smallest people, the hobbits, and do great deeds. We could not imagine a version of this show that didn't have a version of that in some form. There you go. They wanted hobbits, so they forced hobbits into the fucking show. That's it. That's all. Is it Tolkien? Fuck no. Do they care? Absolutely not. There you go. There's your show. It's gonna be shit. Hope you enjoy it.